Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna see some World Boss Legend 3 Ultron. I'm gonna show you the fast teams I'm using to farm this World Boss Legend and trying to also, challenge myself, do the highest level I can do and see the rewards I'm gonna get from this World Boss Legend, also as we did a couple of days before for Mephisto. I showcased 5 teams for Mephisto and I asked you guys to drop me your clears and what rewards you have get. I'm trying to collect these rewards and drop them into the Google Sheet Excel, I have on my channel. In the last tag where is about, in the about there is Excel there for Shadowland. For all the stages I cleared for Shadowland. Basically it's Noirex who did 234 stages last week, so he has dropped there some characters he used on specific stage with stage seed to help you progress through the Shadowland, and I'm gonna add there the results of your comments where you're going to drop on this video, because I want you to try Ultron also, do 5 clears on Ultron and tell me the rewards you have get, and I'm going to drop all of your names there and what rewards you get, and we're gonna compare the results in a separate video. I'm gonna do the same thing for Mephisto, Ultron, Gore, Jean and Null, and I'm gonna collect all the rewards with your help, and thank you for commenting last time. So before we go through that, I want you to make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, you have smashed the like button, and of course collect the data and comment down below what your clears looks like, what are you getting. And yes, let's go through to see the gameplay and what teams and characters I used for these 5 runs. Ultron I have unlocked until stage 59 at the moment, and I'm progressing through stage 59 with my Carnage. I have already do the clears you need to do with Ebony-Maw. Ebony-Maw is himself support, so is easy, and for this specific clear you need the pure availability. So the runs you're gonna see, it's for stage 59, the requirements only pure evil, and there is not a lot of pure evil characters as you can see here, and the best for me here is Carnage. The other clear I'm gonna show you, it's the universal one, and I'm using here leadership of Thor because I have his artifact, he can be used as a leadership, support of Jane and Ghost Panthers support buff here with an insight also. So I'm gonna clear that with my Thor, and also I'm gonna clear stage 45 with my Storm. I think she got double support also, and for the last one, for the stage 44 you need mutant superhero, and after the very next clear is going to be for the energy projection stage 35 with Ironman and MAgneto. And let's fast forward to see what my characters looks like to get a flavor of my rotations and stuff like that. For my Carnage, he's using a normal raids. He got that. Okay, yes, this one, it's this one basically, Power Hunger Hulk. I'm using that for PvP and Alliance Tournament and Timeline Battle this week. But the rest of the build looks like that. Let's fast forward. Brilliant. Artifact, a lot of Odin's Blessings, Iron Man also, it's almost full of Odin's Blessing. Yeah, got his artifact. My Magneto looks like Mighty Raids, got his artifact, couple of Odin's Blessing also, and the other one, who else? Okay, yes, I'm using Storm also, so my Storm looks like that. She got some juice, but not that much. I mean, it's 3 normal raids. It's raids on Iron Man, Storm and Carnage, and Mighty Raids on Magneto, and Brilliant Raids on Thor. So yes, let's go from the lower stages into the higher stages. The first one gonna be with Ironman, and the problem with the energy projection tag is that there is not a lot of supports. So maximum you can have is leadership and support of Cyclops. But because I'm using Cyclops for Storm's run, I don't have him right now with me. So it's like one leadership and one DPS here, and a little buff that do a team up the leadership and the support. I have Captain Marvel and Spectrum. So here you can see my Ironman is doing the normal rotation. Took me only 35 seconds to go through the first phase. I'm using something like 3 cancel, 4 cancel 5, procon 5, and if I have my tier 3, everything cancel into my tier 3, or save my 5th skill to have another skill to go on when I'm end up. The good thing with your Ironman, if you have him tier 4, he can take advantage of his tier 4 and accumulate some damage Ultron is doing, and in the same time getting the shield that you're getting from your tier 4 skill. Your tier 4 skill drops this bubble that absorbs the damage the enemy is doing and do you make more damage. You can see there 1 minute 15 seconds for my Ironman was really fast. But yes, Ironman got an advantage on this because it's his buff that gives him 200% buff every single time the boss is below 30%. And here is the rewards I took. It's basically 29 carbonadium, so let's write them down. So we have 29 carbonadium, 10 more, so it's 39 carbonadium and 31 CCF. 39 carbo and 39 CCF. Let's write 31 basically CCF. So let's go into the next one. And the next one is no other than Magneto. Magneto is a DPS machine, but in the same time he is kind of fragile. He's a glass cannon, so you have to be careful and run around to avoid the damage, the incoming damage, or else you're gonna get yourself dead, really fast. Other than that, Magneto got a really nice skill setup, and the fact that with your first skill and your second skill you can cancel the other skills you're doing and go through running helps you a lot. So yeah, basically with Magneto you don't really need a rotation. You're just dropping all your skills, canceling fast the skills in the end, so he's not gonna stack into the animation like his 5th skill. So yeah, you can see there I'm starting with first and one skill. So when I'm gonna do a full cycle of my skills, my second and first skill gonna be ready again. So I'm gonna be able to start walking if I need to avoid any damage with him. And yes, he is kind of durable also because his 5th skill heals him, but you can't really say that you can face tank anything, because at the moment that the boss is gonna start hitting you, you're gonna die. His defenses is not that good. So here you can see previously I end up doing like 3 minutes and 36 seconds because I passed through the last phase of Ultron with my tier 4 and tier 3 combined of my Ironman previously, but here I didn't have the opportunity to pass through the last phase, so I have to done the last phase here. And you can see I'm using again only Magneto's leadership, and the other 2 characters is just 2 random characters that provide me a bit more, as small extra buffs. And took me 3 minutes, basically 1 minute and 52 seconds for my Magneto to clear this. Stage 35 also, and let's see how much carbo it was. It's 28 carbonadium and 8 more. 28 and 8 more, it's 36. And there's no life seeds again, no books, no tests, and 40 CCF. Okay. Let's go into the next dude. Storm, same thing as Magnetos, is kind of glass cannon, and that's why you're pressing a lot her first skill and her second skill to jump around the boss and go from the other side of the damage. I'm doing it all the time, and you're getting yourself saved a lot of times. You know, pressing your first skill and go through the other side every single time. I'm doing that to confuse the world boss and avoid the damage, and as you can see, it works pretty fine. Perhaps C is slow, but in the same time C is stable. C is a character that you can, you know, press the right buttons really fast and get some results. 3 cancel 4, 3 cancel 5 cancel 4 is here rotation, and at least that's what I'm using. And in the same time, when you have your tier 3, you can do 3 cancel 4 cancel 5 cancel tier 3 and have some great results there, as you can see. But I'm not letting my tier 3 end until the end. You know, I'm not letting the animation place until the end. As soon as I'm seeing here dropping down the lighting, I'm cancelling into the first skill so I can swap sides again and save myself from Ultron. I took just one hit, and you can see I have like 10% left there. I tried to avoid this attack or else I could be dead. But she also have on her 4 or 5th skill a heal, so you can see after a while I can heal up again any damage boss did to me. Here I tried to pass through the last phase, but I failed. I lost totally my tier 3 skill there. I didn't did any damage because the boss had enabled the animation for his next phase, the cinematic thing he's doing, so I get my tier 3 totally wasted. And yes, here I swapped into Polaris. By the way, in this run I'm using double, triple support. I have the support buff Storm has for herself. I got Cyclops buff, Insight on Cyclops, and Polaris support buff also. Cyclops is giving his leadership. Cyclops leadership and Polaris leadership are pretty much same for damage, but Cyclops got extra defense. That's why I put him instead of Polaris, but they are pretty much the same. The support buff of Polaris from the other side is better than Cyclops, but in the same time, you know, you got a lot of buffs here. 2 minutes and 34 seconds for my Storm, and that means took like half of the time of the fight for her to complete. But as you can see, out of nowhere, previously on stage 35 I was getting 28 and 29 Carbonadium, and now the game decided to give me 21. Okay, you play 10 stages more, take 8 less. And that's disgusting in my opinion. In the same time, yes, I took some extra CCF, but yes, who cares? Who cares? Let's write them down. It's 21 and 11, so it's 32. 32, and for CCF it's like 40 and 35 and 20. So for CCF there are a lot. It's 95 CCF. But no life seeds, no books, no chest at the moment. So yes, let's go to the next big boy. And I'm telling you big boy because it's my Thor. Brilliant with a perfect, brilliant rage with a perfect roll. And yes, you can see my rotation feels kind of weird, you know. Most of the people gonna say, you know, oh my god, what are you doing there? You could do more damage if you had done that, if you had done the other. But guys, you can see the damage here, it's not the problem. I have done already 12 bars and I'm only 25 seconds into the stage. Thor is destroying the content as I'm playing him, and the fact that I'm using the first skill, the second skill in the start, it's to start enabling and charging my brilliant raids, and after cancel everything really fast to have the opportunity to have all the damage, you know, into my tier 3 or all the damage into my 4th skill. So yeah, the tier 4 here, you're pretty much spamming it. Because the fact that you got like 3 procs here, you got the normal rage proc, the brilliant rage proc, the tier 4. When you're having your tier 4, it's like you're on a proc. So yeah, you can see there 1 minute, and it's It states 50 and took me 1 minute and 5 seconds. So the gap here it's huge from the previous runs. I was using tier 4 Ironman but not double support as I have here. And also I was using my Magneto with Mighty, but my Magneto with Mighty didn't have also double support. Thor here, double support and also brilliant rage, perfect roll. He is my star. I mean, I love my Thor. For World Boss Legend, he was like the best choice I did ever. And at the end, the one I'm going to use is basically, you know what? We didn't saw Thor's rewards, so let's check them out. Okay, a chest at least. One chest on stage 50. 25 carbonadium, and it's my first chest, cool. Okay, 25 and 8, it's only 33, still less than stage 35, weird. And 40 CCF. 40 CCF2, and now we can go to the last one, which is Carnage, and he is one of the MVPs here because his tag and the pure evil ability, it's something unique. There is no other character can do that, and it's the only the progress character for me here. It's the only dude I'm using to progress through this stage. There is no other pure evil ability that can actually complete these stages. I have at least. Basically, perhaps there is no other. Generally, MODOK was a disappointment, but he has this tag, but it's really hard to do with him. You need to play perfectly, I guess, and have a really nice build, like Brilliant Judgment or something. And yes, the plan here is having a Null's leadership. You could have a Miles Morales leadership also, but with Null, I'm finding myself, you know, easier because you can get dispelled also from the stance and from the things are going on into the stage. And the main plan with Carnage is to get a lot of damage from boss. You're standing inside the AoE effects he's doing, and you're trying to get the most damage. You want to press your third skill, take a lot of damage, accumulate, and press your fifth skill or your tier 3 and, you know, do damage to the enemy. So that's the way. You're pressing, you can see here, I'm pressing my third skill, enabling my tier 4, which is really important. When you're going to get damage, you want your tier 4 to be up because your tier 4 is life stealing from the enemy. So as long as you're damaging the enemy, you're getting healed a percentage of the amount you're doing as damage. So the most the damage, the most the heal, and also the most damage you're taking, the most you can heal back, you know. So you want to stand still inside the effects of the enemy with your third skill enabled, with your tier 4 enabled, and doing your rotation. You can stay here and get some damage because you also have your artifact. If you have your artifact, you know, with Carnage, you're safe. You can get hit, you can get dead and stay alive through the trick from his artifact, you know, the Null's effect. You can see here Carnage is not that fast, but he got a normal rage, and in the same time he got leadership and support here. Taskmaster also got a CTP of Insight, so he's getting support, leadership, and insight. So yeah, perhaps not brilliant or mighty rage, but from the other side, he is kind of get help from his team up. And here, it's the only character I'm staying here with he and Thor because I feel like I can't really lost it. I know how to control the characters really easy peasy. And here I think, yeah, a really good situation is Null. Null here can drop his fourth skill. You can see here I'm dropping my fourth skill, and after I'm running, and the dragons hit the boss 2 times. They are keep there and throwing up glue or whatever is this black slime, the symbiote slime, and they are keep the boss there and standing still, doing damage over and over. So you're enabling his next phase with that, and you're getting away faster. Here I double swap, I think. Yeah, I swapped because, yeah, you don't want to get hit here because you're losing a lot of time. But still, you can see stage 59 gets me like 3 minutes and 30 seconds to complete. It's a really hard stage. And yes, pure evil, best team feels to be Miles Morales, Venom, and Taskmaster, in my opinion, for this stage to clear. But see here some life seeds. At last I took 54 and after 20 carbonadium. And what else? Did I take anything juicy? No. 20 and 10, 30. Okay. So, for your own information, in these runs we took 39 carbonadium into stage 35 and we took 30 carbonadium into the stage 59. In the same time we took some life seeds, but bro, come on, who cares about life seeds? And it's 38 CCF and 55, so it's kind of 94 CCF. So for sure I took more than 350 CCF, but for carbonadium, I mean, it's kind of okay. Let me do it. It's exactly the same. Oh my god, exactly the same. I took 170 carbonadium, and I took exactly the same from Mephisto. In my last video, if you go into my last video, I did the same thing for Mephisto. Oh my god, what's going on? It was exactly 170 carbonadium, and I took exactly 170 carbonadium right now. That's really weird, but yeah. So yes, at the moment the results are the results we already knew, you know, that it's totally random, completely weird. You're getting the same with Ultron or Mephisto. Different stages, same results, 170 carbonadium. So yes, but that's the way I'm enjoying to play the game. So yes, there's no way I'm turning into stage 9. I prefer challenging myself and think that I'm going to get some more rewards. But you have to know that recently I have taken, you know, basically in the last 2.5 years that World Boss Legends are up, I have get like 4 CTPs, mighty CTPs. So yes, it's kind of not much in the same time, but it's something from the other side. So yes, that's how I enjoy playing the game basically. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments your results. What World Boss Legend are you clearing, stages, rewards, so we can gather them into my master guide Excel. I'm dropping into the last page of the channel, the last tag on the channel, you know, and you're going tab basically, and you can go there and see the results for Shadowland at the moment, and I'm gonna drop the World Boss Legend as soon as I'm collecting more data. See you into the next. I hope you enjoyed. Kisses in your faces.